These are the final resting places of some of the most memorable actors whose performances became part of American television history. From daytime soap opera pioneers to unforgettable villains and beloved television personalities, these performers created characters that millions of viewers welcomed into their homes for years. Their shows may have ended, but the people who brought those stories to life are still remembered by longtime fans. McDonald Carey died on March 21, 1994, at the age of 81, after battling lung cancer. He was buried at Holy Cross Cemetery in Culver City, California. Carey had already built a successful career in film and television before becoming one of the defining faces of daytime television. His greatest television role came as Dr. Tom Horton on Days of Our Lives, a character he portrayed from the show's earliest years. His distinctive opening narration became one of the program's most recognizable traditions, while his calm and authoritative presence helped establish the Horton family as the heart of the series. After decades in front of the camera, Carey left behind a legacy that remains closely connected to the golden age of American soap operas. Joseph Mascolo died on December 8, 2016, at the age of 87, after suffering complications related to Alzheimer's disease. He was buried at Forest Lawn Memorial Park in Hollywood Hills, California. Mascolo became a household name through his unforgettable portrayal of Stefano Demera on Days of Our Lives. Powerful, intelligent, manipulative, and constantly surrounded by drama, Stefano became one of daytime television's greatest villains. Mascolo brought enough personality and depth to the character that audiences could never simply forget him. His long-running performance made Stefano a defining part of the show's history and turned Mascolo into one of the most recognizable actors in the soap opera world. Frances Reid died on February 3, 2010, at the age of 95, after a remarkable career that stretched across many decades. She was buried at Oakwood Memorial Park Cemetery in Chatsworth, California. Reid became beloved as Alice Horton on Days of Our Lives, joining the series during its earliest years and remaining connected to the character for more than 4 decades. Alice became the emotional center of the Horton family, and Reid's warm, compassionate performance made her feel less like a television character and more like a real member of the audience's own family. Appearing in thousands of episodes, she became one of daytime television's most respected and enduring actresses. Helen Wagner died in May 2010, at the age of 91, after a career that made her one of the true pioneers of daytime television. She was buried at Kensico Cemetery in Valhalla, New York. Wagner became famous as Nancy Hughes on As the World Turns, appearing from the show's debut in 1956. She remained associated with the same character for more than 5 decades, an extraordinary achievement that earned her a Guinness World Record. Nancy became one of television's most familiar maternal figures, and Wagner's incredible commitment to the role made her a symbol of the traditional soap opera era. Her death came only months before the long-running series aired its final episode. Ruth Warrick died on January 15, 2005, at the age of 88, after suffering a stroke. She was buried at Forest Lawn Memorial Park in Glendale, California. Warrick had already established herself during Hollywood's golden age, with movie audiences remembering her from Citizen Kane. Decades later, she found an entirely new generation of fans as Phoebe Tyler Wallingford on All My Children. Elegant, outspoken, and often wonderfully witty, Phoebe became one of the show's most beloved characters. Warrick gave her both sharp humor and genuine warmth, allowing audiences to laugh with her while also connecting emotionally with the character. Her career successfully bridged classic Hollywood and daytime television. Catherine Hayes died on March 25, 2022, at the age of 88, after a career that lasted for decades. She was buried at St. Peter's Cemetery in Haverstraw, New York. Hayes became best known for portraying Kim Sullivan Hughes on As the World Turns, beginning the role in 1972. Kim was strong, compassionate, and resilient, and viewers followed her through years of relationships, heartbreak, family struggles, and personal triumphs. Hayes brought a natural warmth to the character that made Kim feel authentic rather than simply scripted. Her work earned the admiration of longtime viewers and helped make her one of the enduring faces of the series. Mary Stuart died on February 28, 2002, at the age of 75, after battling cancer. She was buried at Ferncliff Cemetery in Hartsdale, New York. Stuart became one of the earliest major stars of American daytime television through her role as Joan Gardner on Search for Tomorrow. She portrayed Joan for more than 35 years, giving viewers a familiar character whose life they followed through countless emotional storylines. Her dedication to the series helped establish the connection between soap opera performers and their audiences. For generations of viewers, Stuart was one of the most recognizable faces on daytime television and a true pioneer of the genre. Michael Zaslow died on December 6, 1998, at the age of 56, after complications from ALS. He was buried at Mount Hebron Cemetery in Queens, New York. Zaslow became famous for playing Roger Thorpe on Guiding Light, one of daytime television's most memorable villains. Roger was charming, manipulative, unpredictable, and capable of causing chaos wherever he went. Zaslow's performance gave the character unusual depth and made audiences fascinated by him, even when they hated his actions. His illness eventually forced him away from acting, but his work on Guiding Light remained one of the defining achievements of his career. He died far too young, leaving behind a performance soap opera fans never forgot. Grayson Hall died on August 7, 1985, at the age of 62, after battling lung cancer. She was buried at South Cemetery in eastern Connecticut. Hall became especially famous for portraying Dr. Julia Hoffman on Dark Shadows, the Gothic television series that developed a devoted cult following. Her character became deeply involved in the supernatural story surrounding Barnabas Collins and helped give the series its distinctive atmosphere. Hall had already built an impressive career in film and theater, including an Academy Award nomination for The Night of the Iguana. Her work on Dark Shadows, however, gave her a lasting place in television history. Christopher Bernau died on June 14, 1989, at the age of 49, after suffering a heart attack. He was buried at Long Island National Cemetery in Farmingdale, New York. Bernau became widely known for his portrayal of Alan Spaulding on Guiding Light. Wealthy, powerful, complicated, and often ruthless, Alan became one of the show's central figures, and Bernau brought an intensity that made the character impossible to ignore. His career also included Broadway work, where he demonstrated the stage experience behind his television performances. His death at only 49 ended a career that had already made a lasting impression on daytime television. Larry Haines died on July 17, 2008, at the age of 89, after a career that stretched across more than 6 decades. He was buried at Kensico Cemetery in Valhalla, New York. Haines worked across radio, theater, film, and television, but became especially familiar to soap opera audiences through Search for Tomorrow, along with work on Loving and One Life to Live. His ability to play believable, grounded characters made him a dependable presence for viewers. Unlike performers remembered for only one role, Haines built a career across multiple forms of entertainment and became one of the experienced veterans of American daytime television. Joan Copeland died on January 4, 2022, at the age of 99, after a career lasting more than 7 decades. She was buried at Mount Hebron Cemetery in Queens, New York. Copeland appeared in several major soap operas, including Search for Tomorrow, How to Survive a Marriage, Love of Life, and One Life to Live. She also enjoyed an extensive Broadway career, giving her a rare ability to move between stage and television. Throughout her career, she became known for portraying intelligent and strong personalities with natural authority. Reaching the age of 99, Copeland left behind one of the longest and most varied careers represented in this collection. Christopher Pennock died on February 12, 2021, at the age of 76, after a long illness. He was buried at Forest Lawn Memorial Park in Hollywood Hills, California. Pennock became especially memorable to Dark Shadows fans after joining the series in 1970 and portraying several different characters, including Jeb Hawkes and Sebastian Shaw. His ability to move between charm, menace, and supernatural drama made him one of the show's most versatile performers. Even after Dark Shadows ended, he continued working in television and film and remained popular with devoted fans. His appearances at fan conventions showed how strongly audiences still remembered the series and his performances. Val Dufour died on July 27, 2000, at the age of 73, after battling cancer. He was buried at Forest Lawn Memorial Park in Hollywood Hills, California. Dufour became a familiar face to daytime audiences through his role as John Wyatt on Search for Tomorrow. Calm, confident, and dependable, Wyatt became a character viewers could trust through years of family conflicts and emotional storylines. Dufour also worked on Broadway and appeared in television series and films, building a career that stretched across several forms of entertainment. Although he never became a major Hollywood superstar, longtime soap opera viewers continued to remember him as one of the dependable performers who helped define the genre's golden years. These performers helped create the television world that generations of Americans grew up watching. Some became household names, while others were remembered primarily by devoted fans of a particular series, but each of them contributed something unique to the history of American television, and their performances continue to survive through reruns, recordings, and the memories of the people who watched them.